the fright stuff. The adventurous guild investigator is eyeing the festive display with a healthy dose of suspicion. Oh, my stars, could it be? The self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints' Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry. It's always funny when they use stars, because my last name in-game is Star. Thank the 12 for bringing you to us. For the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's parade of horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it's best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship and offer your service to her ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. Okay. I knew I could count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at Miketo's amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerbys into her ungodly procession. Humor her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honey-eyed words. Honeyed words. Not honey-eyed. Honeyed words. Pumpkin-headed apparition. Let's see. What does she want of me? It is you. I knew your arrival was inevitable. For any who once indulged in the revelry of All Saints' Wake cannot resist a chance to relive their experiences. Ah, such eagerness. We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Yeah, makes sense. Of course, I understand you have been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part, but you know from experience that I am perfectly harmless, so you are free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. Ah well. Together I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. Yes, please. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens, and as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. Oh, that was difficult for me to say, but also it's Sunday morning, so I'm still a bit sleepy. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of our collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure. But what the goblins, the ghosts, and the gremlins? But what of the goblins, the ghosts, and the gremlins? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts. We had considered this a night of spread fear like a plague. A night to spread fear like a plague. I'm sorry. And so it struck me, what if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. I mean, doesn't sound too wrong. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff? Yeah, I actually do. He was once a Void Saint, so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers. But I have since shackled, or rather politely reasoned with him to commit delivery no more. Knowing of his formidable magic prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words. Frightened enough to tickle, but not to scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright. Not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of this city. Might you give our beleaguered, I think it is, Papa Gruff a few words of advice? I will, but I'm not sure what I can tolerate is what other people can tolerate in terms of fright. Thanks, truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworks Guild at present. Assuming he has yet to be chased from Gridania's borders, please speak with him and give him my encouragement. Yeah, it's still Sunday morning, just woke up. And speaking a foreign language when you're sleepy is not that easy. Should be down here, usually. Yeah, there he is. Undaunted Lancer. Is he quite well? Let's see. Lally-ho. You're that meddlesome adventurer? Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance hath reached even your ears. Good sir, please honor me with your presence as my guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul, fell beast before your very eyes. I only hope you've brought a change of small clothes. A monster? It'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill seeker. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin. Or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. I'm watching. Puppy! Grrr. Oh. Oh, the terror, those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its ounce of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin upborning this fair city transformed into such a thing. My dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos. Well, I'm not quite sure. He chose the correct minion for that. Bloody brilliant. You drew us in all that talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with an adorable puppy. I admit, some confusion at first, but now I see you are a clown among clowns. Well, it fits his outfit now, finally. Not a single blood-curdling scream, but the smell is not a complete failure, I suppose. My pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering our previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a whitesand. Yes, I remember. From previous years. There we go. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. Blah. Frighten enough to tickle, but not scar is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. What? Okay. Now, I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Yeah, depends. What frightens one may make another smile. Do you jest? You mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? I admit that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath would already be soaked thorough. But in the hell's god name does one frighten to tickle? I didn't like that glance. Ah, but you. You, with your delicate sensibilities, can teach to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. What do you want of me? The puppy. Grrr. Aww. Let's get right to it, eh? First, we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate towards the pumpkins we've placed throughout the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. And these now come me. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Puppy 2? Grr. No. Okay. Let's see. A North Saints Wake performance. Very well, but I face slothering monsters almost daily, so it will take something quite fascinating to make me flinch. Oh, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? I mean, he says he can take it, so let's go bold. Well, if you say so. Allow me to oblige. That's more like it. Eggs. That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols, else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. This looks almost real. I believe I might see this terrifying visage in my nightmares for some time yet. You may have heard terrifying stories of my past, but I regret to say the magics I wield don't quite live up to my reputation. I only have a talent for minor transmogrification, really. My master, on the other hand, oh, I shudder to think what mayhem she would be capable of if she wished it. Okay. The coffee helps, but I'm still slightly sleepy or tired. Cowering boy. These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Forget I said anything, so what type of ghoul do you suggest? Something spooky, pardon me, spooky? Yeah, that's enough for him, I think. If you really think so. Eager. You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. The puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, there should be more pumpkins around Apollo Falls. Okay. It gets cute every time I look at it. I wonder if any of the other pumpkins will transform. Maybe. Another girl? Uncowed girl, okay. Let's see. Don't tell me you're supposed to send H.L. down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish. She was back in her mother's womb. Well, don't overdo it. You there, little girl. Look well upon this pumpkin. Ah, monster. What impressive magic, my heart won't stop pounding. Dad and Ma will have the fright of their lives when I tell them I saw a real, honest-to-God monster. I can't wait to tell them. I think I'll think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Did she say thank you? I scared Honey out of her shoes and she thanks me? Can't say I've experienced that before. I dare say I even enjoyed it, yes. Now's the time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. Well, but don't overdo it. Just because you get a liking. This one is already kind of fearful. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Oh, that look. Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please, go and bother someone else with that girlish makeup. Oh my, aren't you afraid? And not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loom Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monsters I've ever seen. Doesn't sound good. When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can persuade me to return. Not while that horror wanders unchecked. Persuade me, sorry. Well, let's go and see what that monster is. A monster. But we haven't visited the grower yet. What could it have been, do you think? Well, I don't know. We might have a real demon on our hands. Maybe. Well, probably not, but let's scare him a bit. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Okay. Yes, no doubt, there are Voidsend running amok. You think so? Here I am tying myself into knots trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the 12th wood with nary a thought towards artistry. If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror will have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly, you're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischiefs. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all the clowns were villains. Thank you. I said a bit wrong, but I think it's okay. And again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, this is not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void clown can only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? I will. Thank you. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind no less. Well, no matter. Let us depart to the Great Gloom Growery and settle this. Let's see. I see nothing out of the ordinary here, but I know they are close. Let's see. Our roguish quarry's close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of strong indifference. Indifference? Let's see what she was afraid of. Boo. A pot of greed. Draw 2 more cards. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow won't sinned. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the void. Then you know why I'm here. For the night of delivery. Once we were free to carouse, creep and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. For too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the great court shall give way to the era of the great pot. Even now my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the night of delivery. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. What will he say? No. What? Why? Even if I want to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton villainous you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city, with only a few straddled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate delivery would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Ha! But I am frightened, as you too would be had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with the people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Traitor, then my minions and I will devour you and your puny popoto of a friend. They even made a unique line for Lalafell. Well, thank you. But come on. Oh, who's that? Ah, it's her. That head, the Grey God. Naughty children ill deserve to join the festivities. They should be happy as decorations to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. Haha. My lady, how pleasant to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a voice and disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say, I'm quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into the city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. Sounds good. Oh, what a poor fellow. Well, I'm sure he will turn back later. That wretch reminded me of myself long ago. For but a twist of fate, I might even now be adoring the streets of Gridania by its side. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was not but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This one possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in pie. Well, I'm not sure you can... I mean, usually those pumpkins aren't made for eating. All Saints Charm. You have learned the emote All Saints Charm. A charmed life. Papagruff is eager to rid Gridania of his wicked brethren. Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it, let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster. Okay. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields, as well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market or the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the grovery. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. That should put her heart at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Void Scent have been verily vegetated, meet me at Mid-Keto's Amphitheater so we can deliver my master news of our success. Now, let the show begin. Monsters have invaded the city. No longer. Bye-bye, Void Scent. Well, not bye-bye, but... Pumpkin. A pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints' Wake festivities, isn't it? I didn't confirm, I just smiled. I must say, that made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. Okay. Nope. Cannot interact with it. Where is the next one? Over there. What is this awful thing? A pumpkin. What? It was just a pumpkin? I knew the wood whales wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wake isn't as entertaining, I'll best go and find the main event. Entertaining? Okay, if you say so. One more over here. A flustered girl? If I don't look, it'll go away. Yeah, it will. Thanks to my magics. Well, it's not mine. I just got the wand, that's all. But I think I'll keep it. Or I can keep it. Huh? What? It was a pumpkin the whole time. That was great timing. I can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it was just a trick, I would like to see it again. You have turned all that growing void scent into harmless pumpkins. Papograph awaits at Miketo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. Let's see. You're returned, and that means Gridania is free of mischievous void scent. Let us hear what Papograph has to say. There you are. I took care of the void scent still haunting the Great Gloom Grovery. Did your hunt go as smoothly? Yeah, pretty smoothly, to be honest. Good, good. Now we can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It is the least they can do in repentance. Oh hey, there you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Grovery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an excellent audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheater or cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That scary whatever that was looked so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that every day was so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we've made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. No, I would like some too. I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they have cooled. To my good health. And does he like him? This is delicious! Why is he exploding? Okay. This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's ether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only sipping on Terra, when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If performing my act will give me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints Wake indeed. I could not have imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is no small part thanks to you. As I believe that Papa Gruff now has matters well in hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit, if you are so inclined. Ah yes, before I forget, do apprise that troublesome investigator for what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his praying eyes elsewhere. You really enjoyed those cookies, didn't you? I'll make another batch as soon as I can. Truth be told, I didn't think this plan for a harmonious All Saints Wake would ever work, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. So, everything's back to normal. What a fantastic yarn, monsters plotting against monsters. Ought to make us happy. I admit, I find your story hard to swallow, but also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. Yeah, that was a nice one. That was a nice quest. Good, time to do the Starlight Celebration quest before it's gone. I must say I'm quite a bit late. It's just available today and tomorrow. Actually, within 24 hours it will be gone. So yeah, I'm a bit late, but still up, so let's do it. Bearded Lady, Blue Starlight. This Starlight Celebration volunteer is beaming at you. At least you think so. Their face is difficult to discern through such mighty facial hair. Yeah, that's quite a thick beard. If it is my favorite adventurer, you do remember me, don't you? Perhaps I should remove my beard. I mean, she does look familiar, but I'm horrible with names. Ah, much better. Starlight Celebrant Garanji, at your service. I'm ever so pleased to meet you during this most sacrosanct of seasons. In commemoration of the Ishgardian knights who once sheltered needy orphans from the cold, we strive to deliver joy and comfort to all younglings each Starlight Celebration. This year, we pay particular tribute to the figure at the heart of Starlight legend, the snowy bearded Captain dubbed the Saint of Nemea. As you can see, we have commissioned replicas of this red coat and fluffy white beard. Of his red coat and fluffy white beard. How better to delight the children than by distributing presents as the saint himself, after all? So far we have been successful in spreading starlight cheer. However, it seems there is a particular youngling who finds our felicitous festivities distressing. Okay. Were I free to wander, I would reach out to them myself and provide what aid I could. Alas, my duties as celebrant required my attendance here. Might you assist this child in my stead? I'm sure they would welcome the insights of an adventurer such as yourself. I will. I am most grateful. Let me summon the young lad who first brought this matter to my attention. Hello, my name is Saulin. I don't know. It's nice to meet you, mister. I'll call her Saulin from now on, because I don't know how to say this name otherwise. As I told Miss Garani, what do I say? What do I use for her name? Garani, maybe? As I've told Miss Garani, I've seen a boy around here who... Ah, look, there he is, over there. No, that one. From the art. You can see below my picture on the left. I guess he didn't come to play this time either. That boy's been watching the stage from a distance ever since preparations began. At first, I thought he must be excited about the Starlight Celebration, but he always looks so sad. That's why I thought I would try inviting him to play. But when I called out to him, he just ran away. Comforting others when they are troubled is a very kind thing to do. You did well to try, Solin. I just think nobody should be alone during the Starlight Celebration. He keeps coming back, so I'm sure there's something he's worried about. Maybe he's too shy to ask for a present. Either way, I'm worried about him. Would you help me make sure he's okay, mister? Yeah, let's do this. Then I will leave this matter in your capable hands. I believe the boy ran off towards the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone there knows more about him. Let's ask around. Please tell me if you learn anything, and I'll be sure to do the same. So let's see, he went over here. I haven't found him yet, but I'll keep asking. Tell me if you learn anything. That boy who always comes to stare at the decorations? I know him. I mean, I've seen him around before. I don't know his name, and I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Okay. No one inside. Hey you. A boy? Yes, ran straight past me towards the Great Loam Growery. Wait, but isn't... Oh yeah. It's on that side. True, true. Ah, you must mean Tenny. I heard he moved here from Uldar recently. Can't tell you much more than that. He makes a point of keeping to himself. Okay. So we have a name. And we know he's not from here. It's a cute outfit. Did he learn anything? Yep, Tenny from Uldar. So his name is Tenny. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to the Great Loom Brewery. Let's see. Hello, Tenny. Who are you? Some kind of adventurer? Yeah, you can say that. Yes, and my name is Solin. You were at Miketo's amphitheater earlier, weren't you? Would you like to go and join the Starlight Celebration with me? My friends will be there too, so we can all play together. Your friends? They're really nice. Do you not want to? It's not that, it's a long story. I have time. We just moved here from my father's shop, for my father's shop, and I know there's no point in moping about it, but I really miss my 3 friends back in Uldar. During Starlight, we would show each other what toys we got and eat too many sweets and find all the best decorations in the city. We'd have so much fun, and each time we'd promise to play together the next year. But now, you're all the way in Gridania. I used to love Starlight Celebration, but now all I can think about is leaving my friends behind and betraying my promise. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings by asking you to play. It's alright. You didn't know. But Tenny, doesn't this mean you'll never be able to enjoy the Starlight Celebration without feeling guilty? There must be something we can do. Mister, you're a grown up. What do you think? I mean, I would go with the last option, because one thing I never really understand is we teleport around so much, yet all other people in Eorzea just don't seem to know about teleportation. They can teleport. It's not just the adventurers that do it. Oh well. Pack your bags, kid. I'm smuggling you back to Uldar. What? There's no way my father would allow. Wait, did you say smuggle? Thanks for the offer, mister, but I'll pass. Nothing screams friendship Cooper like Moogle mail. Let's try that one. First. Mail. That's it, I can send them presents. That's a lovely idea. Everyone loves getting packages. And that way you'll be celebrating together, at a distance. What should I give them? Something you can only get in Gridania? Ho ho ho! The answer to that is simple. Ah, would you look at that? That snowy white beard. That's the real one, the real thing. Yeah. You're the Saint of Nemea, aren't you? Ah, Godbird. Quite. Young Tenny, you need look no further than your own 2 hands. For presents crafted from the heart are presents full of heart. I shall rigorously assist you in every step of their creation as both an artisanal saint and a saintly artisan. I don't really understand, but thank you. I'll help too. That way your presents will be crafted in half the time. Really? Alright then, thanks. I mean, I could craft too. I'm not sure Godbert should help. Well, maybe. They would look even better. Yeah. Master Adventurer, might we rely upon you to deliver Tenny's gift once they are prepared? I thought we could post them by more conventional rules. The child's hard work and dedication ought to be hand-delivered by only the most trusted individual. And as you are both emotionally invested in Tenny's happiness and currently standing before me, I bequeath the task to you. You will do it, yes? Yeah, sure. Excellent, then we shall realize these creations ere the spinner sloshes her knock. In the meantime, I would have you apprise Garani, I don't know, of your efforts. Once you have relayed your reports, return here for the requisite packages. Chop chop. Oh well. Do I have... I do. There we go. I'd say that's more fitting now. Welcome back. Were you able to speak with the boy? Yes, we were. I see. To be separated from one's friends is heartbreaking indeed. I only wish I too could help in some way. Ah, I know just the thing. I shall transform you into a saint. I have a Saint of Nemea costume that I would be most happy to gift you. Tenny's friends will be delighted for a visit from the spinner's anointed herald. Accept this with my warmest wishes, dear adventurer. I know you won't let us down. There we go. I do like my outfit more. Do I have to change? We will see. Together at a distance. Garani is grinning eagerly, her white eyes sparkling more than usual. Without further ado, let us transform you into the Saint of Nemea. I have no doubt you will look every bit the part in the costume I gave you. You must equip the following items. Okay. Once you're dressed, speak with her again. Ah, okay. Incredible. I feel as though I am addressing the very captain of legend. Now then, pray return to the Great Loom Growery and collect Tenny's presents. The happiness of precious younglings is in your hands. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. There it is. I like the chocobo. I mean, it's very high textured and detailed. Postman is here. Welcome back, mister. You should ask Tenny about the presents. Hehe. The presents already. I thought it might take longer, but the Saint of Nemea showed us how to weave them up in no time. Yeah, he is gone. We made 3 bracelets, one for each of my friends. You said we'd take them to Ulda for me, right? My friend Momo Lao always hangs around outside the quicksand, so you should start there. If the others aren't with him, he will tell you where to go. I don't know how to properly thank you for this, but thank you, mister. And here we are. Welcome to Ulda von Balmung. It's always Well, usually it's a lot more busy than that. I'm not gonna go in there. You can see that's where all the people are hanging around. Anyway, one more hour. Yeah, I thought it would be a lot of her. Yeah, one more hour. What have you got for me? Woven bracelet. Though woven by small hands, this accessory was created with big heart. From Tenny? Oh, Tenny, you big dummy. We've all been a mess since he left. It's just not the same without him. But now I know that some things will never change, no matter how far apart we are. He's still the same old Tenny, still celebrating Starlight with us. He sent gifts for all of us. Oh, someone's going to cry, I can feel it. Let's see. Larkin said he would be in the Gold Court, and Othel had to do something near Milvaneth Sanctuarium. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Thanks, mister. Tell Tenny happy Starlight for us. By the way, I love his outfit. And even though he's a young Lalafell, he doesn't really look much different. In case you haven't noticed, there are no kid Lalafells in Final Fantasy XIV. There are kids of pretty much all the other races, but not of Lalafell. There were in Final Fantasy XI Taru kids. Oh well. How do you know my name? Is that package for me? Tenny sent this? He made this? I guess he didn't forget about his mates after all. It's funny, I just finished wrapping a gift for Tenny too. A gift from all of us. We want something with our names on it, so we pulled our pocket money and got him a bracelet. Great minds think alike, eh? Anyway, if you're headed back to Gridania, could you take this to him? It would mean a lot to us. Sure. And Larkin. Hello, mister. I've been very good this year. You can ask my friends. Yeah, because you're very good. Here is a gift for you. Because you were handmade from Tenny. Oh, I'm not crying. I've just got snow in my eye. Last year we all stood right here and made a promise to celebrate Starlight together. And Tenny remembered, even though he moved away. I thought that was the end for us, but friends always find a way, right? And Tenny will always be our friend. Tell him I said that, okay? I will. All of Tenny's gifts have been successfully distributed now. To make your final delivery, one addressed to Tenny himself. Hooray, you're back! Did you find everyone? Did they like their presents? They sure did. Engraved bracelet. Etched into woven strips of leather. Wait, yeah. Engraved into woven strips of leather are the names of 4 lads, forever friends. This is... a bracelet? And look, they carved their names into it. Momolao, Larkin, Othwell and Tenny. They must really miss you too. If this isn't proof of your friendship, I don't know what is. Aw. I never thought they would send me something. And it's a bracelet too. Great minds think alike, eh? Yep, that's what the other one said too. I'm so glad everything worked out. Now you can enjoy the Starlight Celebration without any more worries. So Lynn, thank you for helping me. I really was happy when you invited me to play before, so I mean, would you be my friend? You silly. I'm already your friend. Don't be so shocked. We should tell Miss Garani the good news. Tenny and I will be right behind you. I want to send them something even better next year. What should I make? And here we go. So, not only were his handmade presents happily received, and his friends sent him a thoughtful gift as well. None could ask for a better display of Starlight spirit. You have brightened many a young face today, in your role as the Saint of Nemea. It truly warms my heart. Still, I can't help but wonder if Tenny and his friends knew how fitting the gift of a woven bracelet is. In certain lands, such bracelets are customarily exchanged as a symbol of friendship. As it is said, the intertwining strands represent lasting bonds. Because of the beard, you couldn't see my expression on the face anyway. No doubt, those younglings will enjoy each other's companionship for many a starlight to come. We came to say thank you. Thank you, Miss Garani. Thank you, mister. I'm grateful that I was able to keep my promise to my friends and make another one along the way. I'm glad to hear it. After all, the Starlight Celebration is meant to be enjoyed with everyone we cherish, be they near or far. Now then, what say you both to receiving your gifts? I gave those two their presents earlier, but they seem to be in search of companions. Let's invite them to play, Tenny. Yeah, we can all celebrate together. Oh, got bird. A savior chosen to shield younglings from winter's wrath and provide them with every happiness this season can afford. Yet not all gifts are within the saint's power to deliver. The gift of friendship, for instance. Forsooth, I can only teach them to make pretty things and encourage from afar. May their starlights be bright and their friendship everlasting. Ho, ho, ho. Seasonal event quest complete. Weaving a bond. Yeah, that was a nice one. Nice little quest. So then, let's do this. The Heavensturn, the New Year's event for 2024. Ryu Metsuke. To be a mascot, the Ryu Metsuke seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, friend, and welcome to our festivities. I'm known in my homeland of Hingashi as the Ryu Metsuke, and it is my delegation's solemn charge to share our Heavensturn custom with the peoples of Eorzea, that we might join hands in revelry. Although Heavensturn is observed in both our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, a deity is chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the Far East we honor one of 12 noble beasts. And this year, that beast is the mighty Ryu, a creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Now, in order to liven up the festivities, we decided to have a pair of horse-bird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, to serve as mascots. Winsomely dressed in draconic attire, we were certain that they would delight all who laid eyes upon them. Ah, there's one. Cute. However, when the Ryu Bukyo, the leader of our delegation, presented one of the chicks to a crowd, the reception was disappointingly muted. We know not where we at. Why should it be muted? It's cute. I say, you're an adventurer, are you not? In the course of dispersing aid, you must have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Loath though I am to impose, will you not help us to identify our plan's failings? In so doing, we may yet find a way to win over the locals with our mascots. Sure. You have my thanks. To begin, I ask that you seek out the Ryu Bukyo. For want of passerbys, she decided to wander around this plaza with her hatchling, sorry. When you find her, pray ask for her account of our dilemma, and hence help us find a solution. What do you mean people didn't like them? Or were silent? They're cute. So let's see what she has to say. Oh, she has the golden one. The golden hat. I wore the blue because of my blue outfit, obviously. Oh. Limbs and Lass. Why is this chocobo chick wearing that costume? So they just don't know. Okay. That might be the case. Oh, curious about our delegation too, are you? That is well, for I was just about to introduce our mascot, Ryunosuke, to this young lady. Aww. Feast your eyes on a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu. Well, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? And why do you have him dressed up in that costume? An excellent question. You see, we wished to present the charms of the Chocobo and the Ryu in a lovable package. Just look at him waggle his scaly little tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into the outfit. Our weavers spared no effort to evoke the might and majesty of the Ryu in the diminutive form before you. The finished product is simply divine, is it not? I suppose. I don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him. Is it really just the name that's confusing? I mean, that's too simple. Oh, it's running after her. Yet again, I failed to convey the virtues of our mascot. come at the Rio Metzger's behest? I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I was eager to share our mascot's charm with the people of Eosia, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you've just witnessed. Try as I might, I cannot see what I'm doing wrong. If you have any advice, anything at all, I would be most eager to hear it. Yeah, maybe that one. Because they just don't know what the Rio is. Talk about the Rio, you say? Rather than tediously explaining tradition, I had hoped to initiate the people through our mascots. You believe this is not enough? Not enough? It might avail me to speak with that young girl as well. Let her gaze upon Rionosk once more and... yeah, it run after her. Didn't you notice? I guess not. Oh, wherever did our little mascot go? It ran after her. Followed after the girl, you say? Yeah. We must find him, and quickly. Please, adventurer, will you not help with the search? Yeah, of course. Thank you. Now then, I believe the girl set off in the direction of the tavern. The drowning wench, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Rinosuke. Yeah, let's go. By the way, I really like... It's kind of a hoodie. And actually, that hoodie as an outfit would be very nice too. At least on a Lalafell, I think. Ah, thank goodness you're here. I've been asking this guardswoman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood. Perhaps you can help clear things up. The lady says she's looking for a girl with a Rio? But I haven't the faintest what that is. Yeah, let's go with that one. They have to make the link for a dragon. I'm matching it alright, but I can't say I've ever seen... Actually, hold. That thought, now that you mention it, there was a chocobo chick wearing that, what looked like a dragon costume. If that's your Ryu, then I saw it waddling after a young girl. I'm afraid didn't observe where they went, though. Sorry I couldn't be of help. Many thanks for your assistance. In my haste, I had neglected to explain the meaning of the word Ryu. As the Ryu Metzger told me, the creature doesn't exist in Eosia. If I had begun my clarification that it is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the that's I know now why our mascot has so struggled to win over the masses. I shall speak with this god's woman a little more, in case she has aught else of note to share. Once I'm finished, I plan to scour the upper decks. In the meantime, might I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we have finished, let us reconvene at Bulkwall Hall. Have you seen a girl in a chocobo? A young lass and a chocobo chick. I spied them walking past the Aetheryte, though I couldn't say where they went from there. It appears the girl and the chocobo passed through the Aetheryte Plaza. I don't think I've seen this model before. A girl holding two baskets, or a character holding two baskets over the shoulder. A chocobo chick wearing a little green drag costume. Hasn't come this way, I'm afraid. With customers scarce as they are today, I remembered if something like that walked by. A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick. She passed by here just earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed help, but she told me she was fine. That she was heading to the Eggless River, though I left it at that and can't help but worry for her. Out there on her own, I hope you find her soon. Okay. Now there's one more here. Missed him behind the corner. I know the lass you're after. Sybil's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant, a good friend of mine, in fact. You'd better be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. Oh, they go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But he'll soon set sail for faraway lands, I'm told. Sybil's worried sick, and for good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Any road she came through here earlier, but I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else can help you there. There you are, by your triumphant expression. There, I hope you've learned something of the little girl and our mascot. Not just where she is, but also what her name is, and about her father. Quite a lot, actually. So the girl, Sybil, was headed for the Egless River. That you should find just the information we needed is auspicious indeed, yeah. For my part, in the course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have many similarities with the Ryu from the Far East, they are in fact different creatures. I had been under the impression that they were one and the same, but be it their folklore or their status is mortal, in mortal society they are quite distinct. I had assumed that the people of Eorzea were like me, that they thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it is little wonder that Sybil looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When next we find her, I shall do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Now, off to the Egless River with us. Now, where is she? There. Ah. Queer. Sybil. Looking sad. I wish you didn't have to go, Papa. Huh? You're the adventurer from before. What are you doing here? Oh, thank the Kami, we found you, Sybil. And the lady in the fancy helmet too. I'm wearing such a helmet as well. How did you know my name? Well, the people of Limsa like to talk. A lot. I see. I'm sorry to cause you both trouble. I just want to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot, but your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Well, he's safe with you now. If there is nothing else, I'll be off. Pray wait a moment. In the course of searching for Inosuke, we couldn't help but learn that your father will soon embark upon a voyage, and it has left you feeling troubled. I realize we are but strangers, but if you are not averse, will you not talk to us about it? It's alright. My papa, he is heading to Hingashi for trade. I heard that it's a long and dangerous journey, and it made me worry. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea. But then I found out that Lane wasn't chosen this Heavensturn, and it made me worry even more. I see. As you say, it isn't the navigator but the keeper who presides over the heavens this year. But if not the navigator, I thought I could at least pray to a god from the Far East. That's why I went to talk to you. So that is the way of it. You came to me hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in the favor of to showcase our mascot, I failed to learn an heir to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that will grant you comfort. I just need to recall the suitable one. Something that ideally features the ocean. Q. Ah, what's gotten into you, little one? curious. What lies that way? Are you? It's a place called Woad Whisper Canyon. Papa told me that waterfalls appeared there after the calamity, and they changed the flow of the Nim River. Waterfalls changing the course of a river. I believe I have the perfect tale for you, Sybil. One that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to these waterfalls, that we might avail ourselves of their ambience. Even Renoske is keen, and we wouldn't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen. Kyoku. A story that will give me comfort. I wonder what it's about. Ah, he thinks he's a dragon. Cute. The Rio Puyo has a mind to make for Woad Whisper Canyon. Come, let us head to these waterfalls. They will provide the perfect setting for my tale. Okay. Okay, down here. They're big waterfalls, aren't they? Cool. That's a nice spot, to be honest. Let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Yosia, but as I myself recently discovered, it is in fact a distinct being. Nor is there just the one Ryu. Nay, there exist myriad individuals, all of whom have their own tales. And the creature I will speak about is the mighty Seiryu, one of the four lords who legend holds birthed a great waterfall in the Far East. Queer. That does sound exciting, doesn't it? In the region of Yangsha flows the One River, and its plentiful waters nourish nearby lands. In ages past, it is said that Seiryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, and in so doing gave rise to a waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it is not widely known, Seiryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected the people from disaster of water. Disasters like storms and floods. Indeed, long ago it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to a divine beast such as Seiryu. And while no written records exist, there is a tale of a seaside village that fell in the path of a raging storm. Desperate to claim the heavens, the villagers offered unto Seiryu one of their daughters. However, Seiryu showed no interest whatsoever in the young girl. To merely know the villagers' plight was enough for him, it seemed, and he turned the course of the storm and spared them untold devastation. A benevolent being is Seiryu, who wields his power over water for good. Even now, he hears our prayers and protects us and our loved ones from harm. That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beast we celebrate this Heavensturn. Together let us offer a prayer to Seiryu and wish your father safe travels and calm waters. That sounds perfect, miss. Thank you so much. We must thank Renoske here as well. Were it not for him, I might not have recalled the tale of Seiryu. Ah. Now you can pray to Seiryu for safe... Now you can pray to Seiryu for safe travels too, adventurer. Oh, but perhaps you already heard the story. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Straight from the serpent's mouth, in fact. You mean to say you've met the great Sario himself? To think that he was more serpentine in nature? If this is true, we would be able to celebrate him in the Year of the Snake as well. Yeah, would work. Now that I think on it, miss, you said that no written records exist of that tale. How did you come to know it? An estate observation, Sybil. You see, my family is said to be descendant from the maiden who was offered to Sario. Ah, okay. As long ago as the event took place, there is no way to confirm the tale's veracity. But if true, then it is by the grace of Sario that I am here alive. Thus have I made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back, from the time you followed after Sybil, it is as if you have been guiding me, little one. And maybe your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me. Just like an honest-to-God's Ryu. With this, I now know that what I must do to initiate people into our traditions, and I shall continue doing so for as long as the Ryu reigns in the heavens. Come, let us head back to the city together. We wouldn't want to make your father worry now, would we, Sybil? Quay. Plew. I don't know. The sound. Ryumetsuke. Is that so? Glad am I to hear that our adventurer friend was of assistance. There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sybil is now safely home, and I have just appraised Ryumetsuke of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my draconic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again for onlookers. Though I regret to impose upon you once more. Excuse me. Your support with Sybil was most helpful. Might you accompany me while I make my rounds around the area? With your discerning eye, I am certain that you could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What do you say? I can give it a try. I'm truly grateful. Come, let us step forth at once. Okay. Inosuke puffs out his little chest, looking every ilm a proud Ryu. Ryu and Dragon, East and West, while differences between our cultures are numerous indeed, we have much more to learn from one another. Together with Ryunosuke, I hope to leave a favorable impression. While you accompany my colleague, I shall remain here and regale passerby with tales of my own Ryu repertoire. With Ryunosuke's brother Ryuji here. Rest assured, I shall not want for cuteness. Ale-sipping sailor. What the hell is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as? Ryunosuke here is wearing a costume that mimics the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have mastery over water, and a sailor such as your good self may benefit from knowing about them. Ha! If you ask me, it looks more like a sea serpent. Hold it, it wouldn't have anything to do with that thrice-damned primal leviathan, would it? I assure you there is no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you are interested in knowing more, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle. Is that right? Still, here in Limsa we've got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas. Ah yes, I understand the people of your nation look to Limlane to favor them with safe voyages. But that as it may, disaster of water can strike beyond the bounds of the seas, in which case placing your faith in the Ryu could provide you with aided assurances. Ha! I suppose it don't hurt to have more friends in high places, as it were. Fine, I will go and see what this is all about. Good. Another one. Yes, how can I assist you and your curiously dressed chocobo chick? If I may shed some light on the mystery of our mascot, little Ryunosuke here is named for the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. Ah, I thought dragons are supposed to be fearsome. This fellow looks anything but. Our accustomed companion, notwithstanding the Ryu, is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast. Yet by the same token they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. Should you be curious about them, we would be glad to tell you more at the Aft Castle. A being that's regarded with both fear and fondness. Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a quick visit to the Aft Castle before returning to work. So far so simple. By the gods, I just resolved to save my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year, and what should appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks. What's your name, little one? And what is that winsome outfit you're wearing? You have a keen eye, sir. This little fellow is Ryunosuke, and he is dressed as a Ryu, a dragon of the Far East. By thus attiring Eosian's favorite beast of burden, we hoped to create a symbol of friendship between our lands. Well now, that this adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I've never heard of this Ryu before, but now I'm keen to know more. In that case, sir, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle anon. There we will be glad to answer all your questions. Excellent, we shall head there at once. Ah, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Ryu. I dare say we have gathered enough people, so let us head back to the Aft Castle. Anything new? Not yet. Come, let's rejoin. Okay. Yes, you can teleport. There we go. Finishing it up. The quest, I mean. Oh, they're all here. So, our Bugio makes her triumphant return. You have done a tremendous job to pique the interest of so many. You are too kind, Metsuke. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer and Ryunosuke's help. There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I've brought him. So you're the kindly folks who helped my Sybil. I haven't the words to properly thank you, but I'm truly grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again. Pray do not mention it, sir. We too owe Sybil much and more. How fast preparation for your journey, if I may ask? Very well, thank you. And with Sybil praying to legendary Savior for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I have no doubt that all will be well. I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we gladly will do. Indeed, while sharing the blessing of the divine beasts, it is... Again. Indeed, while sharing the blessing of the divine beasts is a fine thing, naught is more rewarding to our delegation than fostering friendship between our lands. For all the help you have afforded us, I wish to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable. Queer. Ryunosuke, are you saying you wish to accompany our adventurer friend? I believe the little one wishes to be your charm against tumultuous waters, and he would be hard-pressed to choose a better companion. We still have Ryuji and to aid us in our work, so if you so wish it... so if you so wish it, Ryunosuke is yours. Oh, Ryunosuke, my little guardian, thank you for everything. May your divine aura keep our friends safe. And may you and yours enjoy the rest of Heavensturn season, my friend. Know that wherever the Ryu rolls, good fortune shall be upon you. And with that, seasonal quest complete. But there's one more thing to do. Next time on Dragon Bow. Where is he? Here. Ryunosuke. As part of her efforts to introduce the noble Ryu, one of the totem animals to usher in a new year in the Far East, the Ryu Bugyo arranged for this chocobo hatchling to serve as a mascot. For its part, the creature seems to enjoy its role and wears its outfit with adorable zeal. Yes, I can feel the presence of mighty dragons all around us. And now, let's see what fate has in store for me this year. I hope it's better than last year, because I looked again and last year I got this one. Grave misfortune, and I have to say my last year wasn't the best, so... It's not that I had misfortune because of what I drew here, but it warned me that it would be so. So let's hope that this year will be different and better. Let's see. You may draw as many as you like, but know that you must pay the fee of 100 gil per draw. That's okay. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. So let's see, what will I get this time? Which box? Small fortune. Thou shalt experience limited fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Okay, I take it. It's better than last time, so I'll take it. Adventure, hark to the pleas of those in need, no matter their race or creed. Sounds good. Relationships. Help those in need and friendship shall bloom. I mean, that's always a good advice. Prosperity. Although it be at great expense, thou shalt obtain the object of thy desire. Oh, okay. So I'm allowed to spend some money this year. Conflict. Cast aside the idle thoughts and focus wholly on that which requireth thine attention. And favor. Be bolsterous like unto the navigator, and from fate's tides thou mayest yet break free. Okay, I like that last one. Because fate was really not in my favor last year, and I do want to take it in my own hands, not just let fate decide the path for me. Yep, I made a screenshot, that's okay. How did you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words impaired by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. They will. Okay. That was a nice quest. And I'm happy that the fortune for this year is looking much better than last year. So let's see what this year will bring. 2024 can now begin. I didn't want to rhyme that, but it just happened.